and this is Keverdal Kingdom by Jappy. It's actually interesting we have 2 submissions by these 2 players. Both these players definitely have their own style. It's very stylized. That makes any sense, and it's definitely distinguishable as their work always. Okay. So we have a little like castle entrance. I like this ruined wall, though I wish it could have made it a little bit thicker. I think I could have been a little bit more done with that, but anyways. Moving into the little park. Some nice little buildings. I especially like these. These are probably some of the best buildings he's made. Pretty well done. One thing to notice about this park is that all the foliage is like fall colored, which I think is interesting and ambitious, and I think it's well done. It doesn't seem that overbearing, and it's not really distracting, and some of this screenshots are a little bit worried that it'd be bringing the park down, but I think it's pretty well done. So we'll go this way. I like this sign for this little slide. This is some nice architecture here. Urban architecture. This is like a haunted house type ride. I don't know, a lot of people aren't riding it. Interesting colors in here. I actually kind of like how bright the colors are there. Foliage is just getting pretty solid. I like these little. I like his architectural style. I just wish he would be a little bit more ambitious, I guess. Moving to the back. Now this might be the only area the trees get a little bit overbearing. Maybe a few too many of these fall color trees for my taste, especially in this little area. But it's a nice little area. He has a better boomerang than I do. Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Not quite so sure about the metal roof usage. Kind of feels out of place next to these tiled roofs, but it's interesting. A launch tower. I'm sorry, I don't know any. I'm uncultured, so I don't know what any of these words are. Still a nice little ride. Actually, I really like this bridge. This is pretty cool. Nice little touches like this are always nice to see. Here we have a thing, a greenhouse, I guess, which is cool. I think he had one of these in his other park, his full-size park, which I really thought was interesting, because you don't really see stuff like this that much. I think he handled it well. Actually, let's check out his tram layout. Oh, it goes, it's an actual tram, shuttle tram. I like it. He actually added some backup track, which is nice. Some realistic detail there. Doesn't get in the way of the park. Oh, nicely done maze as well. I really like this little viewing area right here. I think this is like the mini landmark area. Got Brandenburg Gates, Eiffel Tower. I used to know what all these things are. This is the temple in Athens. I can't remember. Big Ben. I don't know. These are a windmill. Dutch buildings, what a surprise. Saint something's Cathedral in Florence. I don't know what this thing is in the middle here. I really quite like this station as well. I just wish you would use these invisible, or make the huts invisible to make it look a lot better, but pretty nice little area. I like sort of its density, like it doesn't feel too compact, like everything's spread out really well. It doesn't like overload you. Look at this. I'm not quite the biggest fan of this station. I think it's a little bit too much going on here. I don't know if I'm a fan of the ride either. It's kind of simple layout. It doesn't really feel like it does much to the park. Probably could have been swapped out for something a little bit maybe more standard, but I think some more potential maybe would be in some sort of car ride or something like that. Actually, I like this building as well, this barn. Not really sure what it's for. Something. Whatever this is. Cool little stage. I like how it's kind of like isolated, like there's not buildings in the area or anything. This ride seems a little bit out of place. Man, this thing's going. Let me go over here, which is definitely, this kind of seems a little bit out of place, this little area right here. I don't really know the description behind any of this stuff in the park, but not really the biggest fan of these metal roofs. Normally I don't have a problem with them, but I think in this case they don't really fit his style that much. But I like this rapids quite a bit. I think it's well done. It has some nice realistic detail. Doesn't really get in the way, but it's nice to see. That's a pretty intense drop right there, man. Yeah, cool little high density area. I like some of these buildings right here. It's nice little stuff. I'm the biggest fan of this thing, Ghoster, but I do like how the station goes right by the queue right here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's overall pretty solid. I don't know. I think it's well made, better made than his last part, but I don't know if I would give it necessarily high score. Probably about a 65 as well. Honestly, this is well made for the size, and I think the only thing holding it back is kind of it doesn't really, his style doesn't really seem that outlandish. It seems kind of something we've seen a lot before, kind of like Paulism with some Liampy in there, but some of the areas too seem a lot more fresh, like this area and this stuff over here, which I think bring it up a little bit. I just wish you would fill some of these areas here with some more content. Kind of seem a little bit out of place being empty like this. But overall it's pretty well made. I quite like this park. Pretty solid effort, I'd say. It's a little bit unique too. She has some unique rides and stuff, so I think it's definitely a solid silver, I'd say. Reminds me a lot of Johnny's recent park. And that one silver, it's kind of similar size, I feel. Similar number of attractions and stuff. So yeah. Another solid little park here. Anyways,